Well, I remember it was somewhere over here. Ish.
Smoke can be forgotten, folks. Damn Russian flanges. Where is she? Blast it. No time to waste, Mitch. Go to the room barometer.
Oh. Now you work. This might be the last one.
I did it. I've got the 8th key.
Let's worry about that later. Dose me, please.
Okay.
At first, I didn't think much of it. These are customized machines, you know, not mass-produced. You expect some glitches once in a while, a few sparks here and there. And Rena was so excited. I was thinking about her instead of paying attention. I should have known. The machine was acting up more than usual that day. I should have insisted we wait until I had time to make some adjustments. But Rena was too excited, too eager to continue. I can't blame her, though. She wasn't the fool. I was. Because I knew better.
She went in?
At first, everything was fine. I just assumed I was being paranoid, worrying too much. But then, when it was time for her to come out, there was no sign of her. The machine couldn't find her. She disappeared.
Oh.
Do you want to find out what happened next? I'm ready. It was my worst nightmare. I built the machine. I was responsible for keeping it functioning correctly. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I panicked. I should have stopped and thought. I should have taken the time to fix the machine properly. But I was frantic. Rena was gone. I had to help her. So I went in after her.
And then what?
Traumatic memories are hard to process. Takes a while to piece it all together. Could you give me a bit more? I went in, and there must have been some kind of electrical surge or something. Overloaded the circuits, perhaps. And then this happened. Whatever this is. Before I could make it the whole way through, the connection dropped. My mind was torn apart. I can only assume that the machine sent only part of me through, leaving the rest of my mind in the physical plane. Splintered into small bits of energetic light, settling like fallout throughout the mansion.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's what happened.
So we just pieced you back
she's
together.
there. She's lost, and thanks to you, I've got full control of my mind back. Now, what I need to do is get out of here, back to the physical world, and recalibrate the machines properly. Once I've done that, I'll be able to locate Rena, and then I can bring her back as well. We're so close. Everything we're doing for Rena now. Let's see the 8th key. Another chess piece.
Yep, the queen, I guess.
Of course it is. Now, here's what you need to do. Return to the mansion's foyer. Look for a large prescribed circle in the floor near the entrance to the home.
Okay.
The lab entrance will present itself to you. The answers are there. What we're both seeking is there.
I guess we're going to finish this off, then. How late is it? Okay, that's fine.
Man, if the machine did that to you, then it must have obliterated your wife. I mean, I'll do what you're asking. I want to see the secret lab as much as the next guy, but, I mean, come on. I can't tell if he really thinks he's going to find his wife, or if he's just kidding himself. Or maybe he's lying to me to get me to help him. I don't know. But if he's using me, let's face it, I'm using him too. His story is probably going to make me rich. And besides, what if it is all true? What if that lady really is trapped in some kind of permanent limbo? What a nightmare.
Why would it not be true? What would he have from making up stories?
Now that we have all the keys, we can open the lab.
So, entrance. We came in from here, so that's where we go back out, right? Hello. This is the foyer, right? Hell.
You completed the circuit.
Okay, apparently it's not. Where did I get... Oh, I got in through the basement, didn't I? I think.
One of Rena's old steamer trunks, made in Russia, belonged to her parents.
I can't get up there. So... Don't know about you, but I have no idea where I'm going. Or was the foyer the... room over there?
We call this the bridge. It connects the main library to the house. We added it during one of our remodels.
No.
Now that we have all the keys, we can open the lab. Follow me.
Oh dear! Ah, those keys.
Now, pop those keys you collect with all these pencils. I always enjoy this one. Fantastic! Now, if you wouldn't mind joining me over here. We've had this furniture for ages. Still holding out.
Hi! Lab 1, 2, and 3, really? Gotta assume we're not actually finishing anything. Yet. Unless those go super quickly. Yo! I get Soma vibes. Or a machine for pigs vibes. More like.
Oh, thank goodness you've made it. Welcome to the lab. Indeed. This is where Rena and I assembled our crown jewel. Isn't she a beauty?
Yeah.
Caution, no floor by at this point.
All right.
But there's no time to waste. Here, let me walk you around and show you how everything
Holy
works.
shit!
You'll need to know all this when the time comes.
When we put you back together again, here in the real world?
Yes, exactly.
Really?
This operation was designed as a two-man operation, Rena and myself, so I'm afraid you'll have to do the work of two people when you're here.
I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
I have no doubt someone as young and healthy as yourself should have no problem. Oh, good lord, it's roasting down here. Let's get the air circulation running again. That should bring the temperature down. There's 3 breakers nearby.
I would have loved to see what would have happened if I had gotten this to break. Whoa! I can! It just doesn't do anything. Oh.
First order of business is to find the breakers.
Here.
1 down, just 2 to go. You found one of them. There are 2 more here somewhere. 2 down, 1 to go. That's 2. There's 1 more here somewhere.
Let's say there.
There we go. Now then, let's take a look around. And that, Miss Patterson, is the capacitor.
It's huge.
It is indeed. Has to be in order to hold all the energy required to tear open a portal to another dimension.
You say that like it's so obvious.
It's incredible, is what it is. You see, what we do is trickle charge the capacitor. It builds up a massive amount of energy, and then we fire it, all at once in an extremely targeted way. The blast is so strong, it pricks a hole in the fabric of reality itself. It opens a door to the parallel. But that's only part of the story. It's all well and good to open the door, but the parallel is a world without limits, and that makes it dangerous. If one simply walked in, they could simply disappear. We realized that we had to give ourselves some guidance, and that's where the probes come in. Here, I'll show you. Do you see these devices mounted on the top?
Yeah.
Those big plugs? Yeah, I see them.
Those are the probes. Very important. They shape the signal to the parallel. It's essential that they're positioned just so. If they're even an inch out of place, we're in trouble.
Why are they so important?
How to explain? Have you ever had to use an antenna?
I guess, once in a while.
You know how you have to adjust it at times in order to pick up a signal.
Sure, I guess. I have to move my phone around sometimes to get a better Wi-Fi signal.
The same principle applies. Because you see, the frequency is critical. You have to get it right. When it's tuned just so, then the information can flow. It's like a current of electricity into and out of the parallel. It's a bit like finding a radio station on the dial, I suppose. At first, just static, and then all of a sudden the music comes through loud and clear.
I see.
Look over here. Look at these computers. Do you see them?
Wow, those are old school.
Do you know what we use them for?
Listening to really, really old music?
No, we use them to store people.
Say what?
Right at the moment of transit, the traveler becomes data, becomes ones and zeros, just for a moment. We needed a place to safely store that data because obviously it's very important that data reconstitutes back into flesh and blood when travelers return.
Wow.
My DNA is in these machines, or my genetic blueprint is anyway. We'll need to use the data stored in these machines to retrieve the blueprint, so that I can be put together again. Correctly, of course. My head needs to be on my shoulders and so on. Everything where it's supposed to be.
What's that?
Now, look here, on the lab floor. See anything unusual? You don't usually see a grand piano in a lab, eh? Rena insisted we move it down here so that she could play. She and I spent so much time in the lab that we added a few of the comforts of home. And there's nothing Rena loved more than her music.
Aw, that's sweet.
When I'm here, I can feel her close to me. Can't you?
Huh? I don't know. Not really.
Come now, don't you? Perhaps just a little bit.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess I do, kind of.
Indeed. At any rate, let's move on.
Moving on. Excuse me? You were just over there.
Behind these sealed fire doors is one of the battery rooms. Good job we have these doors, actually. Those batteries can get a bit